And let them distract you with the drag queen panic when everybody else is shooting your kids except for the drags, the trans, and the feminine gays. Everybody's shooting your motherfucking kids except for us. Except for us. But they want you to think the LGBT community is this big boogeyman we trying to groom and teach your kids how to be trans. How does one teach a fucking person how to be trans? You can teach a person how to be trans? I'm sorry, I thought if you were trans, you felt that way on the inside. Not something you could actually be taught. But fuck that. We the only ones out here not shooting and unaliving your kids. So, I'm going to need y'all to be as stupid as y'all are. Because you're going to see many more of your kids gone from this motherfucking earth. Because when you sit here and you allow these people to push the narrative and push it over here to us, and y'all all looking at us, I'm like, yeah, well, y'all backs is turned to the people who actually want to unalive your fucking kids. Because you're looking at us like my kids are in danger, the drag queens, the trans, the gays. Really? Because it ain't us unaliving your fucking kids. Once again, do I have to bring up who murdered that little baby, the two baby boys over the cheesecake? 2 incidents where you had 2 grown heterosexual men murdering children over cheesecake. How many of y'all was outraged over that? Or what about the guy who snapped and killed that 2-year-old for peeing and pooing on himself? It's a 2-year-old. You lost that control. You lost control because a 2-year-old peed and pooed on himself. But I will allow y'all to be dumb as y'all want. Because I'm going to need you to be dumb. Because when it's your child, you was focused on the drags. The drag queens and the transgenders. Not some of the hood violent niggas you done moved in your house around your fucking kids. And that's how the kids died from the cheesecake, are being murdered over the cheesecake because you hoes done let these violent ass motherfucking niggas up in your house. But I bet you was worried about a drag queen or a transgender being around your kids. And how your kid died? By a big grown ass motherfucking toxic masculine black man beating your child to death over the last piece of fucking cheesecake. Or some heterosexual psychotic running up into school, shooting and unaliving children. Where was the drag queens through all of this? Where was the flamboyant gays and trans through all of this when your children were being murdered and unalived? Where were we through all of this? Watching it on the news. We went there Friday the 13th franchising off your fucking children. Listen to Candace Owens and your kids will wind up gone from this earth because she don't give 2 fucks about your children. You know what Candace Owens care about? A paycheck! That's what she care about. That bitch give a fuck about a check, not your kids. Yeah. Because if you think we over here shooting down your children, bitch, you are sadly mistaken. But most of you are dumb anyway. You'll let a savage in your house and beat your child to death over a fucking last piece of cheesecake. You'll sit there and you'll be looking at us while this gunman rolls up in your school shooting and unaliving your kid. I mean, who just walked up in that camp in Texas and pulled out a gun in front of them kids? It wasn't no drag queen. It wasn't no drag queen. Stay dumb. I don't have any children. I don't have any children for y'all to murder. Stay dumb, stay dumb, stay dumb.